If too high, your Pingu will die. Welcome back to Pingus 0.76, Chaotic Law here, and we're back here to finish up some of the levels in Tutorial Island. So we have 15 Pingus and we have 8 to save, unlimited time, so let's get on with it. Now the strategy for this is rather simple, considering that tutorial it's not all that hard to imagine that, but of course we don't have as many floaters as we need to save. So what we need to do is send some ahead, let them build a path. 2 will do sufficiently. What this game, well at least this tutorial tends to do is overstock you with stuff for the most part. I'm just gonna put a blocker up here so none of them get out. This is pretty common thing you'll see in like some of the earlier Lemmings levels. The strategy is simply block the rest of them in while you build a path to safety. Of course, we're gonna kill a total of 3, or at least if this works out, because I do need to know that we will probably be using all of these, because as you know, the height is too large of a fall to deal with. Luckily for us, we have the audio cue from that Pingu right over there, and also has a nice number indicator, so you don't have to keep track of it yourself. Some things are done differently. It's just a matter of building and building until you've run out, and then that's it. Should be enough height, so I'm just gonna get rid of this block as we no longer need it. And we'll keep building, probably with our last bridge. Not sure if that's enough, but we'll find out soon enough. We've passed the threshold, so we can probably get rid of the bomber and see what the result is. They should live. If they don't, then we'll have to redo it. But no, works fine. Unfortunately, the floater is going to run off the edge and die, but that can't be helped. So yeah, that's all the Pingus saved, and so we should move on to the next one very soon. 12 were saved out of the 8, rather than the 8 required. And so we move on. 2 groups in parallel, coordinate wisely. You have 2 groups to coordinate this time. No need to panic since this level gives you enough time to think your actions through. No more tips this time, but good luck. We have 10 Pingus and 6 to save. So, judging from what I'm seeing here, it's probably gonna mostly require a bit of mining. Although 20 jumpers is interesting. Why would we need those? So we have 4 bombers. I suppose we could use all of them if need be. But then again, you could also use a digger to achieve the same means, and also a miner. See which one comes out first. Simultaneous start. Since there's no time limit, we can work pretty comfortably with this, I guess. It's just a matter of prioritizing and making sure you don't get too mixed up with what's going on. How would I do this? Well, I have 20 jumpers, so technically I could force them all over onto one side and just have one Pingu do all the stuff on this side and then have the other group follow. Mine is a 45-degree angle, so roughly about there will work fine. You don't have to coordinate them at exactly the same time as much as it seems to make you think. Or maybe I'm wrong, since I haven't actually done anything yet. Alright, all of them are out, so let's get them jumping. Okay, the jump does not work like that. And no, I can't just do that, can I? Wouldn't be as simple as that. Okay, so just use our last walker, possibly? Yeah, this might be the safest route. All I have to do is pick the digger when I'm ready and start moving. if I can. There we go. This should hopefully get a good sign of things. Oh, I see why we need jumpers now. Alright, we should line them up just right so they all fall in. So that's okay, I guess. Alright, he might go a bit too far, yep, so we're gonna have to use a bomber, just on the safe side. So we've only lost one so far, and we can just use the jumper to get to the exit. That was pretty easy, just so long as we get the right Pingu. Like that. Not too bad. And with that, we can finish off these levels and take a look at the ending. Have we taken a look at the ending already? I don't think we have. And only one had to die. So let's just take a look at an ending before we end this video and check out next time what we'll do next. So yeah, Tutorial Island is merely the basics. It seems that the Pingus decided to go to destructive means to get off the island and move on. That being said, there isn't much more in the story mode, so this is pretty much where it ends. These basically chalk sketches look pretty cool. To be continued. And I suppose that ends that. And so it is, I guess that's all for the story. So we've completed all of the story mode, and next time we'll take a look at the level sets, of which there are many, and I've taken a quick look and found them exceptionally difficult, with the exception of a few, which are still relatively moderately difficult. I'm Chaotic Law, and you've been watching Pingus. I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.